It is plumbing day. My time to shine. Josh gets to be Mama's favorite about 364 days a year, but not today. Let her warm up a minute. All right, guys, so this house is going to be plumbed to Kentucky code because that's where we're at. In Kentucky, our code is different than any other code. It's just a state code for Kentucky and Kentucky only, but it's pretty stringent, and what it requires is for you to vent every fixture, and you have to vent those fixtures after the fixture but before the next fixture, or it's a wet vent. A lot of codes will allow you to wet vent or flat vent, but we can't do that in Kentucky. So every vent has to come straight up or no greater than a 45 degree. So basically this will serve as your commode vent. You can't go to a tub or a vanity until after you've vented your commode, and then you can come off. All right, guys, we need to be about 12 and a half off the wall to center. So hold your standpipe for your vent in the wall, tape on the wall, 12 and a half, 12 and 3/4, somewhere in there, and that'll give you your takeoff, which is gonna be 10 and a half, 10 and 3/4 roughly. So we'll do 10 and 3/4. You've got a little room to play with that commode, but 10 and 3/4 is gonna be our takeoff. The elevation you set, you'll have to determine. A lot of people start at the lowest point where they're going to leave the house and come back with minimum rise. I always usually start at this end of the house and go with minimum fall, and the reason for that is Josh is putting radiant floor heat in this house, and what happens is he's got to have at least 6 inches for the insulation, pipe, wire, and then the of course concrete. And so I give him about 6 to 7 inches. We're going to start 7 inches deep below slab grade finished floor elevation and work our way with minimum fall, which is 1/8 inch per foot. Maximum's a 1/4 inch per foot. I like that. Looks good to me. The reason we use this 4-inch standpipe on a commode is because your flanges, if you get a 3 to 4 flange, what it is it's designed to glue over top of the 3-inch, but inside of the 4-inch. So you can cut this flush with the floor and then glue your flange down, screw it down, and it'll fit inside of that 4-inch pipe. So what I like to do is go ahead and put your your T on, and then you can move this trap arm any direction you want to. This tub's 32 inches wide, so it's 16 inches to the middle. We've made a mark here. I always put my stub ups, I trap mine before we pour, that way we don't have to dig down and get all the rock out and retrap. So we do 16 inches off of the wall, and then we do a 1/4 inch off of this wall between the pipe and the wall, and that usually has you right where you need to be to put that tub shoe on and run up to your overflow. So once you get that on, you know that's going to work. Then we simply take the trap back off. We know it's good. Take a marker, mark the hub of your fitting so that you know you get the same angle as you glue it back together.
Hey.
Well, you got some kind of really genius idea.
Yeah, we can just get this off this wall a little.
Well, you can.
Well, he's gonna put you off on your trap on.
No. Make sure you get that good and level. Otherwise, your standpipe will be crooked. And nobody likes a crooked standpipe. And now you're ready to trap your tub. Rotate your trap around. Center it, 1/4 inch from the wall. Show right here. 1/4 inch from the wall. Make sure your mark that you made 16 inches off is dead center, which it is. And you're good. That tub will sit right in there. Take it inside the pipe cutter, cut just a touch below finished floor, and then you can put your tee on for your tub shoe and your overflow. Well, Josh is going to get some rock. The reason we're making these stub ups 5 feet is because we're roughly 6 inches below the slab or so to a foot. And what you got to do is you're going to have drywall guys come in, and they're going to screw that drywall at 3 foot. They're going to screw it at 4 foot. So ideally, you want to be in between those increments. So 42 inches is where we're going to go horizontal with these vents to tie into this main. Good. Yep. The vent for that shower will need to be long, but this, you've seen your trap that comes out of the wall underneath your sink. So we'll put a T right here to come over for this trap arm for the sink and come out of the wall. That's why you don't have to have this one as tall. We usually go about 19 inches, 20 inches above the floor for the vanities. So it doesn't have to be 5 feet long or 48 inches above finished floor. We was so poor when I was a kid. Mama couldn't afford groceries. She just read us recipe books, and Josh was hard at hearing. He about starved to death. You look at him, ain't much to him. Good strong wind, and wouldn't have a brother. Purple primer is dumb. The kitchen sink window is going to be 3 feet, so that's going to put you at 18 inches. You don't want to be inside of that cavity because they're going to put several 2x4 studs to brace that window. So you want to come off. I usually go about 1 foot, but there's a web that's not here. When you're dealing with an underground, you've got to bust this web out to be able to get your pipe in. So we're going to go 16 inches from that. So from center of that window, somewhere in the neighborhood of 33 inches is about where we're going to end up. You got to knock enough of the web out to get your pipe in, and it's pretty tight right there. So we're going to go ahead and take out what we need to without breaking a block. That's the trick. That's the trick. There we go, guys. Just that simple. Something to hold her still. I'll take this 20-footer here. Stand her up and dump the rock out. Make sure you got plenty, which that'll be more than enough. Get the saws off. Right there, right here, Bruce. Cut this off long enough to get back in the wall. Okay. Now, what I usually do is go ahead and clean and glue that joint outside of the wall. And then, once we get it clean and glued, we'll stick her in the wall. Now, you don't have to worry so much about leveling this at this particular moment because you can turn this, pick it up and down a little if need be. So let your glue joint dry good before you start getting wild with it. These are 2x6 walls on the outside of this house, so we don't have to get just extremely close to that exterior wall. Are they? They're 2x4 walls. We got to get really close to the walls on this house. So if you're going to use a T, you can turn it on a 45, put a 45 sweep in the direction of the fixture you're serving, and that's completely legal. You just can't lay them flat. It should be a tight fit. Hold them and let that glue joint. And also, always look back at your kitchen sink back there, because you want that riser to be pointing straight up. If you forget to do that, you're going to be a little frustrated. We've had catastrophic failure with a dump truck. It won't dump. So, called in the professional. That's right.
You've lost power down here. Here's probably what's wrong with
Yeah. Some of y'all are lucky. But if you weren't born with James Osborne as your cousin, you weren't lucky enough. That guy keeps us going all the time.
Good.
Here's falling off up here.
Good.
Maybe be touching the line.
Come up just a hair right here. Down a little bit. Gotta go down.
You excited?
I'm way excited.
You like to see plumbing going in?
I do. I'm so glad I didn't listen to Josh and get Jared up for adoption.
Jared, your mama said she's glad she didn't put you up for adoption.
I told y'all before this even started, this was like the one day a year. There's 364 and 1/4 day he's the favorite. But this one day, my time to shine.
I mean, we run a construction company. This is the best level I think
No,
we've got.
we've got a level. The plumbers have a level. The concrete guy brought this cheap plastic piece of trash.
What'd you do with the one I gave you?
Go get her level. Go get it.
I give it to you.
You ain't give me nothing today.
I did.
100% you did not.
Gotta feed the boys.
You got some tuna salad sandwiches. They're pretty good.
Hey,
That's what you want. I mean, the bigger the shire, the better.
yeah.
But she's like I said, if it wasn't at least 6 foot, we didn't need to have a bench in it. They need to be able to get a wheelchair in and out if they need one
They can
later.
put a bench in it if they want, whatever they want to do. 6'8".
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Mama cut up these pickles herself,
They're good.
did these eggs herself.
And yeah, I can't believe you don't like them.
Mm.
Have you ever
Carl
had
won't eat
good
'em.
tuna salad? Good tuna salad? No
Yeah.
onions, none of that
I
crap.
don't like none of it.
You don't like pickles?
I don't like the
mayonnaise.
tuna.
You don't like tuna?
I don't like the tuna.
Plenty of glue, guys. Use plenty of glue. Voila. Guys, make sure your standpipe is plumb
For the concrete guy.
for the concrete guy. They make a big enough mess out of it as it is. Toilets don't want to set right, you gotta shim them. So, you know, make it easy on yourself. Hello. Plumbing. Doing man stuff. Being a man.
Mama mom's house.
There's your vanity.
Just a minute.
Alright. We're on to the shower and tub. Again, you have to individually vent. So we've turned a 90 up with 2-inch for the drain. We have an 1.5-inch vent and an 1.5-inch trap arm. Josh is holding the tape for me over there for center of shower. We're going to offset just a little, maybe an inch, 1.5 inches, so that the trap can cant, and that saves a whole lot of trouble trapping. If you try to trap straight on, you have to be really, really precise. But when you can spin that trap just a touch, you don't have to be near as precise. So he's showing me 20 right there. I'm going to stick this on, and I'm going to spin it, and I'm going to get it over there about 18 to center, and then I can cant that trap a little bit, and that'll make it a lot easier. Okay, we've got this framing square lined up with the block, and it's sitting dead center of what the shower opening is. And we've got to be 20 inches, sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to cant this trap to dead center.
That's it.
Now we've got 20 inches to center this way, and we've got, or this way rather, and we're dead center. So when we glue this in, it's perfect. Then you don't have an offset drain in your shower.
Right here is a sewer pipe coming through. I'm going to fit it in the sewer cord. Catch this main head off the other second.
So a 3-inch right here will actually go that way, but we're going to put some rock in here. Like I said, we don't want to tear the footer off or out to make it work. So we've got a 2x4 wall there. Right here we can vent, so we'll run over, vent, and then come over and tie in. Josh is going to get the rock grade up. Everything else is done. Here's your last vanity that we put in right here. Other vanity right here. Tub, shower. Washing machine here. Commode here. Vent for the commode. Vanity. Garage floor drain. On up the main drain. Got a drain for the kitchen sink. We've got another vanity, commode, and tub shower combo. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching. I know it's not a catch, clean, and cook by any means. Just something we're doing for Mom. Thought we'd share with you. Those of you that are interested in it, we'll keep making them as we go through the project. And if you guys want to skip to a catch, clean, and cook, I totally understand. But we appreciate all the views.